So, David, the plan is to have 120 of these fast testing stations throughout the country. They are conducted by Magen, which is Israel's emergency service, the one that sends the ambulances to people who have critical conditions throughout the country. So they have the infrastructure in order to do that. And what this test does, it gives you a result within 15 minutes that is not quite as accurate as the PCR test, but still accurate enough, at least as sort of an initial testing that can give you a result and that you will know whether you are infected or not, and enable sort of more activities to take place also for kids who aren't able to get vaccinated, and also for adults who aren't vaccinated, or even those who are and want to make sure that they aren't positive to coronavirus. Earlier today, the health minister, Nitzan Horowitz, was here to conduct the first antigen test, and this is what he had to say.
From today, anyone can go to Magen David Adom stations all over the country and do a quick test and get an answer within a quarter of an hour. This is a very reasonable period of time. This test is 90% accurate, reliable, and will be valid for 24 hours.
Right, so we heard there the health minister talking about the new antigen test, and that's one of the measures that the country is implementing now in the wake of the rising number of cases and the rising number of serious cases in the country. There's also the green pass system, in which only people who are vaccinated or present a negative test, like the antigen test, can enter into some of the facilities, the indoor larger facilities throughout the country. There's also the airport, which has now stricter measures in place, more countries that are sort of limited, or people have to enter quarantine when they return from those countries. So these are all sort of extra measures that the country is implementing at the moment in order to avoid the prospect of a lockdown. And that was the main message that the health minister had to say here today, is that we're doing all of these things in order not to go to a lockdown, which is a last resort when all of these other measures fail.